Hello, welcome to this new episode of the Alex Show. This is episode 383 from December the 20th of the year 2024. Today is a Friday, and today's show is Living the Now, not in the past or the future. Very simple suggestion, very simple concept. By the way, this 4-episode series on the now, on detachment, on kind of the Buddhist teachings, it's kind of inspired. It's inspired on my very good friend Tony in London, the teachings he has shared with me. Someone that has made a very positive impact in my life in trying to live in the moment, trying to detach from the mind, from the egoic constructs of the mind. And they sound awful, the word egoic, but what they mean is the attachment to the ego, the attachment to the complication, to the overbuilding, overthinking, over constructing stories, and over dwelling into the past, and overthinking, over kind of predicting the future. Okay, the future is not here. Future is an opportunity, by the way. We build our future. Yes, that's a statement for me. I don't want to say true or not, but that resonates with me. And the past is the past. It's like in cement. It's something it's already solidified. It's already unchangeable in a way. I know there's this concept we can travel to the future, to the past. Once we realize that's really not an issue, that it shouldn't be used in the way we're thinking, which the obvious way is going to the future, take a peek to kind of prepare for it better or something like that. See what we can change in our past by going back to the past to change it and make it better. And going back to the past, very simple, to change things and kind of dwell into it. There is this movie, which I prefer the book better, called The Butterfly Effect. And the movie came out early 2000s. I didn't like it very much, but it explains the idea that going to the past, first of all, achieving the possibility of going to the past, the character in the movie creates a mess, which every time he goes back to change it and try to make it better, it gets worse. And the book is more inspired in the fact they were talking about the climate and how they were overanalyzing the climate, how they had so many variables that basically predicting, in this case, the future of the climate, for example, in months, time, and stuff like that, is basically a prediction because it's basically impossible with all the variables it has. A very technical book. What I like it that shares the idea that going into the past and trying to modify things, even if that was possible, which it is, but we're not supposed to do it exactly because of what I'm saying. And it's really a non-mature act to go into the past, okay? Not even to take a peek. And to go there and actually change things, the result is so unpredictable that it's not going to be what you think, okay? One example, if you go back to the past and win the lottery, because of course you already know the result because you're in the future, okay? Makes sense. The present is the future of the past. And believe me, things are not going to be as you expect it to be. Suddenly, things are not going to be for the better, okay? Maybe they're even better than when you expect, but what I'm saying is dwelling into the past, really try to bring it forward, to question ourselves. That situations that has happened in the past is really, there's no benefit in that. Being in the moment is being in this pole. You see the screen right now, you see the past is to your left, you see the future is to your right. Being there in the pole is in the present moment. Is the only thing you control for starters. Is really the only thing real, because the past is a memory, the future is a possibility. So the only thing real is this moment I'm talking to you. 5 minutes ago, I was doing a different thing. It's already in the past. It's already a memory. I cannot change it anymore. I cannot back. Maybe I can go back to it technically, but I shouldn't go back to it. There's really no point. The whole lesson that the time exists at the same time is actually that we don't move in time. It's really no point because we live in the present moment, okay? And I'm going to share with you, remember, there's a disclaimer at the beginning of every show that this is for entertainment purposes only. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a lawyer. This is not medical advice. This is not legal advice. But something I want to share, I personally believe, this is a personal opinion, okay? That depression, and this is not a clinical explanation, this is not a medical explanation, this is my intuition, these are my feelings, this is my opinion, that depression is the overdwelling of the past, is the over-exaggeration, the over-magnification of past events, particularly in personal relationship, family and friends, and marital or relationships, girlfriend, wife, etc. relationships, that we overdwell into that. And we come to that conclusion through our mind and doing an analytical job of the events, the memories of the events, because they're not the real events. It's the memories of the events. Especially when a little bit of time has passed, they start to being sketchy at best. Through the memory of the events goes an analytical job and shares that basically someone or a group of people, your family, your friends, etc., has not been up to the task with you, has not, in a way, doesn't love you as much as you love them. That all constructs in your mind. Okay, very complicated to say. When you don't dwell in the past and you leave the past behind and you leave it in the cement it is, trust me, and yes, it's fine to remember things. What I'm suggesting is not very fine to overdwell in things, overdwell in past events, especially for a negative connotation. Okay, but when you remember very nice moments, like your wedding day, like a trip, like when your kids were born, like when your kids were growing, like the moment you did something special, the moment you graduated from university, I don't know, whatever is important to you. Maybe you're in a band, a rock concert you really liked that you played, stuff like that, moments in your childhood even, that you have these fond memories. Those are beautiful. But wherever you go into the past and you find a point that really upsets you, I suggest you leave it there in the past, because it's in the past. It cannot hurt you anymore. It cannot jump into the present moment and hurt you. It's only you allowing it through your mind. In the screen right now, you're in the pole. You see the past is to your left. You see the future is to your right. The past cannot get to you anymore. The future is not here yet. It's an opportunity. I believe depression is going into the past for negative reasons. Anxiety is going to the future for negative reasons. Fear, worry, pain, stress of the future. And I understand that, because as a father, as a husband, as a son, I have responsibilities, okay? And sometimes we delve too much into the future as far as financial responsibilities. And then we don't know what's going to be in the future. Maybe the future is going to be worse than what I expect in a year, but maybe it's going to be better. So just have the best intentions in your heart. Live in the pole. Live in the moment. Work at it. I'm not saying things are free, okay? I'm not saying if you do nothing, the future is going to fix itself. But overdwelling into it, being over fearful of the future, again, it cannot come to the present and hurt you, okay? Living in the now is understanding that you live in the now. Whatever happened 5 minutes ago cannot come back and haunt you. What's going to happen in 5 minutes ago is not here yet. It's still an opportunity, okay? It still cannot happen. Maybe it's going to happen or not. I don't know. But whenever you move from the present moment, you're moving with your mind, okay? And your mind, unfortunately, doesn't have your best interest at heart. Fortunately, it's very analytical. Unfortunately, it's very into logics. It's very into things making sense. It's very into constructing stories. And so if you allow it, it's going to run free and come back to hurt you. Yes, I'm sorry to say it, okay? If you allow it. The excellent news I'm going to give it to you, that you can decide to live in the moment. You can decide to live in the now. And you can block this from happening, okay? It's all within your control. You do control that. Okay, same as your intentions are in your heart. You can train your mind that you are the boss, you're going to live in the now, and no matter how much the mind was to dwell into the past and the future, you're not going to allow it. Let's watch a very short support video, and I'm going to give you my final thoughts on this short Friday episode.
Mindfulness is the practice of being fully present in the moment. Fear often lives in the past or future, creating stories in our minds. When we bring ourselves back to the present moment, through mindful breathing, awareness of our body, or simply focusing on our surroundings, we create space between ourselves and the fear. We realize that fear is just a passing thought, not an undeniable truth. Mindfulness develops mental stability, allowing you to stay calm, even in the face of fear. When you are fully present, you are not reacting impulsively to every fearful thought that enters your mind. Instead, you're able to pause and choose how to respond. When fear-based thoughts arise, practice observing them with detachment. Sit quietly and notice the thoughts that come into your mind. What if I fail? Or what if something bad happens? Instead of getting swept away by them, simply acknowledge that these are just thoughts. You can label them if it helps. Here is fear again. By observing without attachment, you stop identifying with the fear and create space to choose how to respond. Fear doesn't just affect our thoughts, It also manifests in our bodies. You might notice a racing heart, tightness in your chest, shallow breathing, or sweaty palms when you are anxious or afraid. Through mindfulness, you can bring awareness to these physical sensations. Rather than trying to escape them or make them go away, you learn to observe them with curiosity. By acknowledging the physical presence of fear, without judgment or resistance, you start to desensitize yourself to it. The Buddha taught, "The mind is everything, what you think you become." When you can observe your fear and body's response without reacting to it, you start to transform your relationship with fear itself.
Again, great stuff, great support video. The link is on the video description. If you have a chance, go look for it. And if you have a chance, please look at other videos of that creator. Is the least I can do as far as credit, because this is magnificent stuff. We control our minds. This is the notion of the now, okay? We control our minds. We control the fear in our minds. We control the constructs of our minds. We control the stories in our minds, because that's what they are. Fear is not real. Fear is a feeling in our minds. It's not even in our bodies. What you feel in your bodies, the adrenaline, all that kind of different hormones that are created through fear, is effect in the body of the construction of the mind, of fear. Fear, rage, everything I say to you in the last 2 minutes of the show, which, by the way, you are a new subscriber, I hope you watch it once, okay? Please do me that favor. I had at least 5 people tell me what we can do for you. Do you receive donations? No, that's not the point yet, I guess. Till we grow more, I'm gonna try to really put some maybe monetization perspective on the channel. Yes, I'm open to that, not at this point. But what can you really do for you, and takes 2 minutes of your time, is one time watch the last 2 minutes of the show, because what I'm trying to share with you is basically what I've been sharing on these 4 shows, what I've been sharing mostly on most of my shows with my good friend Tony of London, that all of these emotions that you feel they control you, they don't exist. You are creating them. So if you are the creator of these thoughts, you're also the controller of these thoughts. And you can start training yourself and your mind not to create them anymore by living in the pole, okay? I'm not saying the center, because it's not really center in the screen, but you know, the past to the left, the future to the right. You live in the moment. Very difficult to start building stories there, and your mind doesn't like it. Your mind loves you to take you to the past and the future. Loves it. Tries. And says, oh my God, the past. Did you see what this person did to you? And did you remember how much you helped this person? And this person didn't help you back when you needed. That's depression. Okay. And the future, oh my God, things are very difficult. Have you seen inflation? Maybe they're going to fire you from your job. Maybe your business is going to fail. How are you going to pay your bills? That's anxiety. Okay. Anxiety, depression. Depression to the left, anxiety to the right. You stay in the pole, suddenly no anxiety, no depression. Very difficult to do, by the way. Very difficult to do. I start my day in the moment, and then my day will wiggle me all around like a punching bag. And I end the day and I say, oh, yes, this is not easy, but it's achievable, okay? And you control it. And trust me, like a boxer, like someone going to the gym, you start suddenly getting better at it. And it's not, please don't take it the wrong way. It's not like my good friend Tony from London and I are perfect, or we're, like we're suddenly someone to look up. No, nothing like that. We're only giving you suggestions because it has worked for us. And I can tell you, my good friend Tony in London and I, and many others I know, we're at peace because we try to be in the present moment. And we try to control our mind because it's going to go racing all the time. Loves it. Like RPMs out there in your car. Wants to go to 8,000 all the time racing. Oh my God. This mind loves the drama. Okay. Loves the stories. Yes. All of our minds. It's a different topic for a different day. What that means, if that's implanted, if it's a virus on our minds, that's a different thing. Yes. Just let's agree that our mind loves drama. You stay in the pole, you stay in the present moment, no drama. So I hope you enjoyed this short Friday episode. I know holidays are coming. We're going to have a show on the 23rd. I'm probably going to give you a better, great holidays, best holidays. Hello there. And I know holidays are coming. I know some people don't attach to Christmas. I'm trying to be respectful of that. For me, in a country I live, and that it's a nice moment, if anything, to get together with family, get together with friends, so I cannot go against that. That's beautiful. If you can this weekend, try to do something with family and friends. Okay, if you want to be alone, that's perfect as well. But we're here in this reality with family and friends for a reason. So I included in the last 2 minutes of the show that it's nice to be with family and friends. It's nice to try our best, have our best intentions with family and friends. And so maybe when we're not here anymore, or when they're not here anymore, if they pass before us, maybe we don't regret it so much, and we don't dwell into the past because we live the moment with them. Okay, so I hope it makes sense. If everything's okay, I shall see you back on Monday for the last of these 4 shows, kind of these Buddhist teachings. Please enjoy your weekend, and see you on Monday. Take care. Thank you for making it to this part of the video. This is my favorite part. This is where I suggest to you that you discover your true self. You are not what you have been groomed to believe. You are this incredible being without limits that has eternal life, amazing strength, infinite wisdom, and a big, beautiful heart. All your limits are always self-imposed. Your best version in this reality is inside you. Your only mission on this life is to become a beacon of love and to serve others. This version is ready to be discovered today. How do you discover your true self? The discovery process is a personal one. No one can do it for you. Dedicate 5 minutes a day to talk to the universe. Simply ask, who am I? Where do I come from? What is my purpose? You will start getting signs, breakthroughs, and signals. You will notice how your emotions about this reality start disappearing. No more hierarchies, no more competition, no more complaining, no more depending on others. Discovering your true self equals to real freedom. Your self-imposed limits will fall, and you will be ready to understand this reality, but you must be patient to allow others to wake up at their time through their own free will. That will be really soon, you will see, and that will set up a new world. As you work towards your best version, you will notice how all emotions don't serve you anymore. Hate, fear, rage, pride, lust, envy, violence, justice through violence, judgment of others, and other emotions will disappear from your mind and heart. You will understand those emotions serve only your egoic mind and are not you. Please try to be understanding of others that don't think or feel like you. Everyone has a process. No one is right or wrong. We're all just different. Don't be concerned about being right, ever. Don't allow pride preventing you from patching things up with family and friends. It is very important you enjoy this life with your loved ones. Put in the work to patch things up and leave it to others to decide. Thank you very much for watching. Please share, like, and subscribe. If you have any comments or suggestions, please use the comment section below. For private questions, conversations, and if you would like to appear on the show, please email me at hey@thealexshow.tv. Thank you again. Please don't forget to visit our website www.thealexshow.tv. By giving me your time, you honor me. Have a very, very, very nice day.